All right. No, South Coast. This is gonna be the real thing tonight. It's gonna be the real thing tonight. So, um, we got a name for the show. We're gonna call it the Canes Roundtable. So, this will be the first show with the new name, and I think it kind of fits kind of what this has become. A round table of pretty much of some guys, some and some women, who are, as South Coast say, that are not with the peanut gallery, so to speak. Bob Jones, what's going on? So, like I said, the link is always in the chat for anyone that wants to jump on. But that being said, this is what we're going to cover tonight on the show. Obviously, we're going to talk about Alonzo Highsmith. We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame, talk about or die, even though I did a video about this earlier this particular week. Studio One Live is in the back, so give me 1 second, Studio. I'm gonna bring you on. Um, Talk a little bit about what Cam Ward said. No, Ellen, I'm not late because of Coach Hayes. I'm late because I got a segment that I want to do on the show called By the Numbers, and I was kind of getting some last minute things together. So that's why I'm running a little late. But with that being said, so those are what we're gonna talk about tonight. Like I said, I already did a video about Alonzo Highsmith as well as Jamil Adai. So we're gonna do that. And I want to kind of talk about a little bit more, what I didn't, so to speak, disclose on the video that I did earlier. So um like I said, Studio One is in the back, so we'll bring him on and we're gonna get the Canes Roundtable started. So as always, like I said, the link is in the chat. So this is a judgment free zone.
Shad, what's up, baby?
Studio, what is going on, my brother?
Just chilling. Just chilling.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
What's the topic of the day? I see General Manager's edition.
This is the general manager's edition because we were told that Alonzo Highsmith was going to be the general manager of Miami Hurricane football. And based on the definition of what a general manager was, Alonzo Highsmith did not fit that particular criteria based on the duties and the responsibilities that he actually had. So, by and large, some people oversold what it was he was going to bring to the University of Miami. But like I said, we'll get into that as the show goes on. Cuban Kane is here, so I guess the show's about to go from 1 to 1,000, immediately. Cuban Kane is in the building.
What
Um,
up, fellas?
Yo,
Uh,
Mr.
before you start, I just want to thank Mario Cristobal for getting Devin Hester and Andre Johnson in. If it wasn't for Mario
You
Cristobal
got,
and his
you got
him teaching them the Mario style, they would have never gotten to the Hall of Fame. So I personally would like to thank Mario Cristobal for getting Mario made. What's another thing I see on Twitter? Mario made. If it wasn't for Mario, they would not have made the Hall of Fame. So shout out to Mario Cristobal. Y'all some haters, man.
Hey, Cuban, I'm not unprepared. There is a little validity to what you're saying because Mario Cristobal was here when Andre Johnson was a Miami Hurricane. He
Mario
was,
made.
and he may have probably helped um,
teach him how
recruit
to
Devin
block.
Hester, taught him how to block, and more than likely, he probably did help recruit Devin Hester. So you know what, Cuban? You're not as off as I thought you were when you tagged me on Twitter earlier.
Hey, I'm speaking the truth, man. If it wasn't
You,
for Mario, they would never made it the Hall of Fame.
hey, you might be right. Hey, but hey, look, I got a new drop, man, and I was looking for this drop, and so let me set it up, and then we're gonna get serious tonight. We're gonna be serious. We gotta get the joking out the way. But there are individuals that are talking about that young men should not have University of Miami offers. And this is all I have to say to y'all.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Y'all didn't even have the makings of a varsity athlete, and they're talking about players that are at Miami. So,
Just before you keep going, the funny part is if we do offer some of these players, no, if we don't offer them, then they're Metcalf, right? It's like, why did you offer this 3-star from Mississippi, right? He's a 2 to 3 star from Mississippi, or who was the other one that come to mind? Watt, JJ Watt, right? 2-star from Wisconsin. Why are you offering the 2-star
he
from
walked on
Wisconsin?
at Wisconsin.
Yeah, and it's like with our fan base, you can't get it right, man. It's like damn if we do, damn if we don't.
Zay
Wasn't Tutu
Flowers.
Or,
Atwell the
or
same situation?
Who?
Wasn't Tutu Atwell kind of like the same situation?
Yeah,
Low star we ain't getting, and then he end up scorching us.
yeah, yeah. But let's get serious for a second. Let's kind of talk about this. So, um, studio, do you feel like that Alonzo Highsmith did what many people said that he set out to do when he took this job at the University of Miami?
No, because he was obviously set out to win the championship, and so that's automatic. No, let's just be real. Highsmith was from the championship era. He's looking to build a championship team, so he had to leave beforehand. Now, what I will say is, if we win one in the next year or two, I'm gonna give him some credit for that.
Okay, okay. Cuban?
the I guess a better question is what was his role according to who?
Exactly, so exactly.
That's my because
Cuban,
I,
Cuban, come on.
I, I'm just
Cuban.
I'm just going
Yeah,
for
I
what
know.
I'm just going for what I heard from Kane's media, and Kane's Twitter and whatever
Oh,
social media.
okay.
He was brought in to be, the reason Manny failed is because he was not in here to pretty much pick all the players,
Yes.
right? And it's like, so for one coach, he could pick all the players, but the other coach, he can't. So I don't know what was his role because everybody was cracking on Ed Reed and when he was in Miami. So it's like, I mean, my thing is like, just keep your life straight, man. If you said this, when he was hired, like, oh, he's gonna bring all these great recruits, blah blah blah, and then keep that same energy. Don't switch it up like, oh, he had no roles, so it didn't matter. So just keep the same energy, man. That's all I ask for.
But you know what, Cuban, what really takes me back is the fact that again, I didn't have a channel at this time, so I'm just listening to a lot of people, right? And so what bothers or what gets me is the fact that he's finished with the NFL. He wants to come back and help turn Miami into a championship program, and he's
Right.
going to bring an NFL style of scouting as well as organization to the program. Now, after you hear that, it only takes you 2 seconds to come to the realization of, wait a minute, if he's going to do all of that, why are we paying a man $8 million that learned under the likes of Butch Davis, Greg Schiano, and Nick Saban? Why do you need? Why do you? So who does that? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. And again, and I may be off base with this, right? I may be off base with this, right? Why are we to assume that a person that scouted guys to the NFL has the chops to scout players from high school to college? Why are you automatically giving them that um, level of achievement without actually seeing them actually do it?
Right. This is my thing. If you're gonna assign that position to anybody, should have been Butch Davis. Um, because to me, he is the greatest recruiter of all time because he knows what a player looks like and he's done it a couple of times, right? Um, I don't think Nick Saban is the greatest recruiter. I don't think because all they do is get the biggest and best players, and that's not really recruiting. Butch was able to see a player and like, all right, within 2 to 3 years, he's gonna look like a beast, right? If you were gonna go that route, you should have hired Butch, not Highsmith.
But Cuban, can we just say that based on what was reported by Barry Jackson, can we just go ahead and just call it what it is? Alonzo was just a glorified analyst.
Um, I wouldn't.
Maybe
Analyst is a high position. Um,
they're speculating about what the salary was. Now, how much? How much are you supposed to
man,
be an analyst?
Shad, if you really want, man, Shad, I don't know. Is it midnight yet? I don't know because I could
You
get
don't have.
real here, right? And I don't want,
Wait,
like I
hey,
said, I ain't trying to get to your channel bandit, but
but no,
I could get real up in here. But
let me ask Studio, do you feel like that Alonzo Highsmith was an actual GM here, or do you feel like he was just a glorified analyst with a fancy title?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Because I was going to say, how does a general manager work in college if you're not getting paid? Usually it's a salary cap that the general manager is going through and, saying what the players are worth. I understand you're going to evaluate talent, but that's not all the general manager. General manager is the financial dude. So how is this working in college? So it has to be glorified. Just I
What?
see now, if he came now and with the NIL, yeah, now I see colleges need general manager. But before, I don't know. I don't know.
Again,
I'm not. I'm gonna beat around the bush a little bit. But if you're from Miami or you're from Dade County, those Columbus boards are not gonna allow. Even though he went to Columbus, those Columbus boards are not gonna allow dictate who is gonna be a player on the roster. If
but
you
Q,
understand what I'm saying, then you
No,
understand what I'm saying.
repeat
Like
that. What you mean by that? Say that again.
what? Studio?
but
What, you from Miami?
No, I'm from Jacksonville.
Okay. Columbus is a rich man school. I ain't gonna say the other part.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
And they are the ones paying the bills at Miami. Those are the people that got Mario at Miami. They are not gonna allow, him to pretty much make decisions on players. That's why you see that little dude and you see the little dude around him. There's a reason why you see that little dude around him. The Miami boys, they're not going to allow Highsmith to make that decision. I don't want to say it here, but you know what I'm saying. You know what
you,
I'm saying if you know
but,
what I'm saying.
but Cuban, we don't even have to take it there. We don't have to go there. We can stay on the surface right here. We can stay on the surface. Again, you're paid $8 million. Your specialty is talent acquisition. That's your specialty.
Right.
You don't need help doing that. It's like this, right? I'm gonna stand on he was a glorified analyst, and this is what I want to say, right? I drive trucks, right? That's what I do. But when strangers, like when I'm in like certain social settings, and someone asks me, "Okay, what do you do?" This no lie. This is what I say. I say I'm a logistics coordinator for a small. I'm a logistics coordinator that works for a subsidiary of a large private company that runs the Southeast. Right? That's what I tell them.
Right.
When you look at the definition of what a logistics coordinator is, that's essentially what I do. You take a product and you make sure it gets to the customer. And that's what I tell them. That's what I say that I do. So you telling me Alonzo Highsmith is a general manager, and it makes again that sounds like I do something sophisticated. Oh, you're a logistics coordinator for a large private company that services the Southeast. Oh my God, I'm a truck driver.
But
So
let me ask you this one thing, Shad. Well, again, I've asked before. What makes Mario a great recruiter? Like, what proof do we have that he's a great recruiter?
what?
The last 2 years.
Okay, who?
No,
Name me the players, studio.
but no, Cuban is
Hold on. Hold
Cuban,
on. He
Cuban. This is what
started
I
in the gate. He started in the gate flipping Alabama players, and I gotta give him that credit. But I'm gonna strike him down with the X's and O's and the time management and all that.
I need to know what these players have done on the field. I don't give a damn what what stars, because that's what Larry Coker did. He looked at rivals and said, all right, I'm gonna get this guy, and remember, because Larry Coker's a great recruiter when he first got here, but then it looked kind of shaky when the boys got on the field.
Cuban, this is what
you can say that with everybody until they get on the field.
That's what determines if you're a good recruiter or not. In my opinion.
No.
Okay, then we give Ruben Baines something.
Cuban,
okay, 1 out of 25.
No,
what's your percentage of that?
I can name a few more.
Okay,
go ahead, Shad.
No, Cuban, this is what I'm gonna say, right? I'm gonna be specific. I'm not going to over answer a question that you asked.
Okay.
What makes him a good recruiter? A recruiter is someone that can attract talent. It says nothing about getting the talent to reach a certain potential. It's just about recruiting. It's just like a staffing service. You got certain staffing services that's their job. Our job is to get talent. It's not our job to see whether or not the certain talent that we get and we get them to these particular jobs that they're going to be excellent employees. I'm not so. I see what you're doing.
I agree with you, Shad.
But I'm going to tell you,
it's like
he's a recruiter.
Yeah.
I deny that he will get players here. I'm not. I didn't. Now, when you say,
but hold on. You just talking about bodies. You're not actually talking about actual talent.
We're talking about Cuban. Recruiter.
The talent is ranked based on high school first, though.
We're talking about Cuban. We're just talking about recruiting. We're just talking about getting talent here. Like I said, everyone on here on this call and everyone on this live and everyone in the chat, we all know what a staffing service is. A staffing service is we are helping to get people to a certain place. We're not going to guarantee you that what we get you or that particular person is going to turn into an employee of the month. We're not guaranteeing that particular person is going to win awards. We're not going to do any of that. We're just saying we're going to get you people. And Mario Cristobal does that.
Yeah, I agree. And then I'm going to add to your point just to help you out. Just to say, listen, just like a staffing service do it. They're going to find some people who's qualified for the job. They got this degree. They might be fresh out of college, smart, brilliant, straight A, But then when you get the job, how good is the training staff? Did the training staff properly train these talented employees? Sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? So, Mario, you can get them in here, but are you training these guys properly?
We don't have to get into that because I don't want that to.
I can keep going, but I'll let you guys have this.
Well, let me ask you a question, then, Cool McCain. Let's cap it. I know you want to move on. You don't want to get in this, Shad. But listen, I gotta ask him. Okay. So, are you saying that you don't believe it's not proven yet?
It ain't proven, and also it's like just referring back to what you're saying. Yeah, this person might have went to Harvard, whatever, but he, you hiring for a financial analyst position or financial manager position, and this dude doesn't know a lick about damn on finance, right? You don't know until they walk in the door. They can lie to damn resume, right? The number one problem with these recruiting service is the people that are making these 5-star and 10 stars are people that have never played football, right? So it's like when they come here, it's like, oh, they're garbage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you have somebody has no skill set in making the proper, and like a Highsmith is supposed to be a recruiting, and he is supposed to be working in that field, right? But you have these dudes that should not be even 5 stars that are being 5 stars. Like I remember this dude that played with Florida State, Emar Lane, right? He was a 5-star and ran a 4.7. I'm like, how you gonna be a 5-star running a 4.7 being a wide receiver? That makes no sense whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trust these recruiting databases and what they say.
Okay,
right?
Well, Cuban. Well, I understand that, right? So are you saying Mario is trusting this database too much?
Yes.
Well, let me
That's
ask
what
you
I'm
one
saying.
more
You hit
question.
that on the head.
What qualifies as a good recruiter you then? Because he looked like he did it at Oregon too.
What did he do at Oregon? Name
Studio.
me. People say this.
Won two
Hold on.
Pac-12 championships.
Watch this. Watch this,
Let's start
studio.
talking.
So you trying to say they got to win a natty championship?
No. Watch this, studio. Name me the players at Oregon that he recruited. Watch this. Name me the players. Give me
Penei
5 players.
Penei
No.
Sewell.
See, no.
Cuban.
Studio,
You know I ain't
studio, studio, don't let
recruiting
him do it.
expert on that.
Studio, don't let
That's how I get people.
Studio,
I call
don't
the
let him
BS
do
So
it.
I'm
out.
gonna just let you know this, Cuban.
Studio.
Do you know it's only 3 coaches this year that got a national championship?
Studio.
Yeah.
So everybody else ain't never got a natty.
I'm not even asking for that championship. I'm just asking to win the damn Coastal. I ain't asking for a championship. I'm just asking for one of the damn Coastal. I'm sorry, Sad. We taking over the show.
Studio and Anthony, don't let Cuban do this. Only answer the question that he's asking you. He's trying to equate something that's not there. Now, Cuban, if you were to ask us about development, we get a different answer. You want us to answer a development question, but you're packaging it as a recruiting.
Yeah.
So we don't have to answer that question because that's not what you asked.
Okay.
So we don't have to do it.
So you think you're saying Cuban is trying to bait us into an answer that we're not supposed to be giving?
Yeah.
But we're gonna be wrong about our answer because it doesn't fit the question.
No. You're gonna be correct. I know what Cuban is doing, but Cuban, like I said, we can that's an interesting discussion. And Cuban, to a great extent, I agree with you if we're talking about from a development standpoint. But again, there's so many different things in there. So we're just gonna leave it at that. From a recruiting standpoint,
we've been the highest ever since a while.
We have great classes, right? Now, Cuban, to kind of give you a little bit of what you're asking for. If this does turn into a Larry Coker situation, then we can have a different discussion. But right now, Mario's a great recruiter.
One thing for Studio One was Randy Shannon a great recruiter?
Nah, not really.
What? He had the #1 recruiting class. What are you talking about?
Not consistently.
He had the #1 recruiting class, and the year after he had like the #5 or #6 recruiting class.
To me,
and
he
then
fits in the same category with Mario. Got good recruits, but didn't.
Well, he's a great recruiter though. He had the #1 and #1 and #6 recruiting class.
I mean, it's kind of a little bit,
I need to understand here. What I mean, y'all want to go
by. For me, the development question, I'll answer the development part of that question is no matter how great of a recruiter is, Mario is, if the 5-star or 4-star kid that he brings in doesn't want to take the time and put in the work, it doesn't matter how great a recruiter is. If the kid has, like he says, like sometimes these kids say that they're going to do the work, but when they get on campus, they have the big man on campus mentality, and they don't want to do that's what Saban said this actually recently after his last national championship. Some of these 5-star recruits don't have the wherewithal to like constantly be putting in the work. They do it the first year of their time there, but they think they don't have to, what's it called, improve their skills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like some of these 5-star kids have this mentality where they have to have the spot handed to them because of their rating and stuff like that. That's what Saban said in essence. Like some of these highly recruited kids have a mentality where they need to start right away, and they get upset when they get benched because Saban felt that they needed more development, even though they're a 5-star kid and stuff like that.
Hold on, Chad. Let me ask you a quick question. This is not a trap question. This is an honest question. What is the definition of a recruiter?
The staff is better.
It's the same. It's recruiting and scouting are the same word. It's just
Talent
you're
acquisition.
using. To me, recruiting and scouting are the same definition. You're evaluating talent based on potential and stuff like that. And basing off potential doesn't always work. It's not an exact science. Recruiting and scouting is not an exact science. It's a 50-50 crapshoot. Do you guys agree?
Yep. But one thing I'll say to you, Anthony, about what you had just said, if that is true, what you were saying, then our coaches has been bad at evaluating personality, because we've been getting these so-called good recruits, and then if they get on campus and don't want to put the work in, then we probably should have seen that in them in the first place.
No. What I'm saying, you don't always see that right away. It can show up, like you don't know when that type of thing shows up. Like you don't always see that type of thing right away. Studio is what I'm saying. Like even Nick Saban said he didn't see it right away with some of these top level talent that they wouldn't put the work in. He said it didn't take till their like junior or senior year. This is a guy who has national championships saying this, that he even it took him a while to notice that these kids weren't taking the game seriously and stuff like that.
I got you. So then what Mario been saying? He say we need to get the kind of players that the culture change, and those type of players that's willing to put in that Miami work.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe he's doing it. Cuban Kane.
We shall see, but like I said, I don't want. We got off topic a little.
Oh, Shad, your subject, like this applies to this question applies to a subject since Alonso just left the job to the Patriots to be their, I think, general manager or head of football operations.
I don't know.
Does whatever jobs he has get spread between multiple people in that recruiting department, or do you think they bring in another person?
This could affect the recruiting.
No, Anthony. This is my answer to this question. He was a glorified analyst, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. He was a glorified analyst. From a public perception or a public, actually, what we saw was Alonzo Highsmith take some pictures. We saw Alonzo Highsmith take time out of his busy schedule to go and do some Canes media and speak. And we also saw him make some scholarship offers. So that's what we saw. So in reality, you already have individuals that are doing his job already. It was just more so of, like I say, you gave him a title, a fancy name for a job that, based on what we actually saw, based on what Barry Jackson reported, he was an analyst.
No, but in the job title actually said he was the one that connected these kids to actual, like he basically had connections in the NFL because of experience as a general manager or a head of a scouting department throughout his career. So who would who on our staff has NFL connections besides Alonzo, who just left?
Let me ask. Okay.
Could I, Judge Shaq? Could I come in for a second?
I want to ask Anthony one question, and Cuban, I promise you can have it. Anthony, in the grand scheme of things, what do you feel like having an NFL connection? What does that do for the University of Miami? What does that do?
For me, it actually gives, having a guy like Alonzo who has those NFL connections gives our kids the ability to have that eyes and ears in the NFL to tell them what these NFL scouts see them, what position these NFL scouts see them as when they go into the NFL, not what they're playing now in college and stuff like that. That's what, like, his ability to to tell these kids what the scouts are saying, what they're gonna expect from them in the NFL, not the position they're playing now, is
I gotta call. I gotta call BS, man. Here. This is me. Where I gotta call BS. This was said. Oh, Miami players always leaving early because there is nobody to tell them what what they're going to go early, not going to get drafted, so on and so forth. We just literally had an example of number 20 James Williams playing linebacker in the Senior Bowl, whatever bowl that was, right?
Yeah.
This is my thing. We need to stop listening to what the hell people saying in these streets. They be bullshit and lying to everybody. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's
So you think I'm trusting the media too much, Cuban?
No, Cuban. I'm finna be on your side on this one because I was just finna say, if they would have used him properly, it would have helped recruiting. Because he would have been like, hey, look, I'm the key to the NFL. I'm gonna get you the pipeline. Y'all come to Miami. We're gonna make sure we're gonna have your draft status. You're gonna know what's round you're going in. And he could have used, but they didn't use him for that.
Yeah, no.
Leonard
And
Taylor,
me and Shaw
one
talked
second,
about Cuban.
One
Me and
second.
Shaw
Leonard
talked about
Taylor,
this.
Come on, guys.
Leonard Taylor.
One at a time. One at a time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me and Shaw talked about this at the beginning of the season. I said since the beginning of the season that they should have started transitioning a guy like James or hit during his sophomore season as a linebacker, because that's what these NFL scouts see him as. He's not a safety. He's way too big
Anthony,
to play the
you
safety
just
position.
literally just said that the reason why Alonzo was here is for that purpose, right? And it's like we are
Blame the
getting
coaching.
received this bullshit.
Maybe the coaches
What,
didn't want to. They forced him. They were playing it. They were trying to fit a square peg in a round hole that instead of listening to what Alonzo was saying.
And Anthony, that is exactly what I just said.
And that could be why
glorified analyst. He had no power to make any of these particular decisions. So that's why when you just asked me that particular question, who's going to replace him? He already has replacements on staff. They were here while he was here, and they're going to be here with him going to the NFL. But we can dive up. We can talk about this subject the rest of the show, but I got a couple more we'll talk about. So, what are you guys' last word on Alonzo Highsmith, leaving to go to the New England Patriots? The studio?
I think you hit it on hell on a number. It's another box, just like Ed Reed. Publicity, boo, 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 when they could have used it for a really powerful tool. I believe moved on. Well, I think it was partly because of the NIL, and there are a lot of coaches bucking for the NFL now if they can. They seem like they trying to get out of college. If you see Chip Kelly was willing to go to Ohio State and leave a head coaching job, college football is taking a hit. And it just goes to my feeling that they got some, I know it's conspiratorial, but I just think they got invisible sanctions on Miami, bro. Somewhere, somebody got their finger in our, and telling our university what it can and can't do, man. It's just apparent to me, but that's all I got to say about it.
All right, Anthony?
For me, honestly, I think a guy like Alonzo, I think his personality fits better in the NFL because he doesn't have to deal with recruiting. I like Alonzo, but I think his personality, he's an NFL guy who started in the NFL as a scout and stuff like that. And I don't think his personality fits in college with the NIL thing. Like, I think, and he doesn't want to be recruiting all this. I don't think a guy like Alonzo wanted to do all this recruiting. He did it because he's friends with Mario, but I don't think he really wanted to do it.
Okay. Cuban?
Y'all gonna learn there's 3 people that run this program, and that's Mario, Mirabal, and Dennis Smith. Right? When
Rabakovich doesn't do anything?
Like I said, Mario, Mirabal, and Dennis Smith are the people that run this program. If there's just like Manny had he had the bartender and Packy, Mario has his people. right? There's only three people that are going to run this program. It doesn't matter. They could bring in Nick Saban in here. The people that are going to run this program is going to be Mario, Mirabal, and Dennis Smith. So
Wow.
yeah, if you think if you think they're going to hire this genius GM, or whatever, no. Whatever those three decide what the program is going to be, that's going to be a decision that those three make. So,
So you're saying college football is all about nepotism and
yeah.
connections instead of actually like
I mean, his nephew had no business being on the damn field, and
Okay,
he
okay.
played over. He played over a Mario recruit. What the hell we talking about here? Yes, it's all about nepotism and the homeboy network. That's what it comes down to. Sorry, Judge. Judge Shad. I'll let you have it back. You knocked you on a rant.
No, no, I get you, I get you. So we're moving on. Jamila died, leaving, right? Left,
Oh,
going to the Buffalo Bills. Interviewed for some, I believe he interviewed for the Jaguars or something last year. People with a little bit more intel stated that he was having trouble kind of connecting to the players, was coming off a little harsh, to some guys. So to some in the defensive back room, this may be a sign of a little bit of relief. So before we kind of delve into that a little bit, further, do you guys feel like this is going? Do you feel like this is a blow
let me
with him
get in
leaving?
first. Let me get in first, man. Let me get.
Okay, well, Cuban, I'll let you go first.
All right. I was told that this program was soft, right, in previous regimes, right?
Yes,
Now we have a OC that was too tough on the players. We have a DB coach that was too tough on the players. So what is it like? Are we a
running
tough
back
man
coach.
program or are we a soft program? I'm not under. Are we, are we trying to be friendly with the players? Like what's
Okay,
going on here? I again, the messaging that I'm getting is just is contradicting itself. It's first we were too soft, too of a vacation, not vacation, two lax ago playing music
yeah,
in the practices and everybody's hanging
yeah,
out, not taking anything serious. But now if you bring a coach that is too serious, it's a problem. I just I don't
yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah. You Cuban, you right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. That it was, hey, because but again, we just Cuban. Do you feel? I'm actually. Do you feel like he was a loss? Do you feel like it's going to be a loss?
It's a skill position. I'm not. There's only two. I guess the only positions that matter in it's really for me. It's receivers and quarterbacks coach. Everything else, anybody could kind of teach. It's just the rinse and repeat. I don't think is a big loss, right? If we lose a quarterback, receiver, and D line coach, it's a problem. DBs, it's whatever. I mean, you seen Raymond. Raymond was the best DB coach, and just didn't see like it didn't seem like he did anything at Florida. Now he's back at LSU, right? So DB running backs are not a positions that I'm not too worried about.
Okay, Anthony, what are your thoughts about
I'm
coach?
in the middle. I,
Yeah.
I'm I'm wait and see.
So you don't. Okay, okay, so okay. Um,
But no, and I see what Cuban Kane is saying. I like there's contradictory what is it called? Contradictory messaging. Like and to be honest, I don't think I don't think I think this is just the media misinterpreting what the players are saying and making it seem like the players didn't want a die there because a lot of the players what I was reading, some of the players went on Twitter, spoke highly of him and stuff like that.
Anthony, I at this point I can't. Young men, shout out to Osam, they're gonna say things like that, right? Remember when they canned Manny and you had TVD and some others, saying, "Oh man, how did this happen?" And then the second practice starts. Oh man, the intensity is different, man. Yes, it feels like we're kind of going in the direction that we need to go. So, I mean,
These are teen kids, is what you're saying.
they're gonna do the do. Studio, do you feel like Jamila Dye is a lock?
Not really, because I mean, our DBs haven't played. It wasn't no upgrade in DB play, in my opinion. I just feel like I don't fault the any coach that go to the NFL right now. I think we can't say, oh, we ain't want them there. No, all that's rumors.
Yeah.
Coach ain't want to be here. Yeah, he ain't want to be here because who want to work these long hours in college when you can have a little be home at 4:30, got that little quick little practice, boom. It's a little easier in the NFL right now. And now you got all this switching, swapping, and these kids a little bit entitled. You got to deal with a bunch. I heard a lot of people talking about this.
Yeah.
It's
But this is what I said about him going to the Bills, right? The Bills are a missed playoff away from the entire, like the whole thing. Just McDermott,
blowing up.
you're gone, right? So,
but they also a few plays away from being in the Super Bowl too.
They are.
So it can go both ways. He can get them because
They
they DBs was they issue. So he feeling like Joe. I feel like, man, this is a chance for me to prove myself.
And also, once you're in that NFL system, you kind of stay in the NFL system. So it's kind of smart for him to leave because getting a position coach in the NFL is pretty well. Getting a position coach in the NFL is just difficult in general. So his name is if he does get fired, right? He's gonna get another
job.
NFL coaching job. Yeah, he's not going to come back to college because somebody else will take him.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
was
and
a
what
smart
people
move.
forget, the position coaches in the NFL, it's not about development. It's more about brushing up their technique. Then it's not like college where the position coaches are there to develop the players. Position coaches in the NFL, they don't really develop the players. They're just brushing up the technique the players are already learned and stuff like that.
And also, guess what else it helps? And say he stayed there 2-3 years, he not gonna apply for a defensive coordinator position in college somewhere, or even a little mid-grade head coaching job if he let the Bills win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the defense do that thing.
Yeah. So my next question as we transition into more of this topic, the defensive back coach, obviously for at least the last decade or so, Cuban, you just brought up Corey Raymond, right? Touted as the best defensive back coach in all of college football, right? The amount of DBs that he was able to recruit and get to LSU, and getting a couple of them drafted, and you're not gonna bat 1,000. So the question now becomes, right? On Twitter, the advent has, and again, Cuban. This is why me, you, QB, South Coast, and all y'all, everybody here, right? We like this, right? When Mike Rump was here, it was a problem because Mike Rump couldn't recruit. It was a problem, right? We replaced Mike Rump with T-Rob. T-Rob is he's 2. I'm not gonna say 1A. I'm not gonna say he's 1A. Say he's 2 behind Corey Raymond, right? Then it was, the defensive backs are not playing that well. So then we bring in a guy who turns out to be somewhat of a developer, and again, Studio and Anthony and Cuban, that may be, depends on your interpretation of it. People are going to tout what Tyreek Stevenson and DJ Abbott did, right? I don't want to get too long-winded. So we go from a developer to a recruiter to a developer. So if we're to continue this trend, our next defensive back coach should be a recruiter, or should it be a developer? Should we break it and just go developer?
I'll answer first. I can answer this first. Honestly, it's hard to find a defensive back coach in college that's both a great.
It's a damn good question. But you can continue, Anthony.
What I was saying was, I think in general, what fans need to realize, like for DB specifically, it's hard to find a DB coach that's great at both at the same time. It's either one or the other. You can't have both. Have your cake and eat it too. And it's not. This is what I don't get. Like, I don't think it's rare that you see a guy who's great at both. Like a position coach in general. Maybe I would say maybe Kevin Beard is both good at both developing and recruiting. Or would you guys say he's more of a recruiter?
It's a little early right now. And again,
No, his track record. He's been a position coach his whole career.
No, this
at other stops.
No. But Anthony, me and Cuban share the same mindset, right? I look at a wide receiver coach, running back coach, defensive back coach. I look at y'all all the same. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone that's their job. You are the guy that gets the most talent, point blank, period. You roll the ball out on the field and let those guys play, right? As good as Kevin Beard is, I love Kevin Beard, but when we kind of let's just look at Kevin Beard's first tenure here at the University of Miami, right? Obviously, it didn't last that long, but he got some guys building. But his best players that particular year were already guys that we held in high regard, right? So like a guy so you bring in a JoJo Trader who's already looked at to be a great player, you know what I mean? So unfortunately, Kevin Beard won't get the recognition he needs as a developer because we are assuming that you're going to bring in a crap ton of talent, and you've done it with this last year's haul. And I think you're going to have another great haul next year.
Shad, I want to push back.
Please do.
I think it's the other way around because I think his track record as a developer is already proven. He's been. There's a few I can't think of the top of my name. I wish you would have. I knew this was the top. I would have looked it up real quick.
He developed Amari Cooper.
It was a few of them before, previously. Secondly,
he didn't develop Amari Cooper.
No, regardless of Amari Cooper, but he was coaching at some dudes over there. I can't think of their name right now. But
about the high school level?
No, I'm talking about college. I think
he was a position. He was a receivers coach.
Them boys had a nice little passing game over there. I forgot, can't think of the top of my name, but I'm gonna keep it short. Toledo, exactly. Okay. And the minute he came here, man, let's be honest. We seen light years difference in Jacoby George, in his route running, his whole, albeit he did get hurt, so we couldn't see what he would have did the year before. But he got a hot head. He got him a little bit under control. And even though
Could I get in right quick?
Cuban, I don't mean to.
Hold on, let me finish. I ain't finished yet. Let me finish. Okay. 10 more seconds.
Let me get right in right at the studio and I'll let you have it.
Okay. So, in my opinion, just my opinion, I've seen him develop guys in Toledo. I've seen him develop Kobe Young and Jacoby George. Even Restrepo looked at more fine polish to me. And so to me, that's okay. That's proven. But his recruiting ain't proven yet. That's to me ain't proven yet. Because he lost out on Jeremiah Smith. He brought in JoJo Trader, so maybe.
But hold on. I thought
Mario was in the air. I ain't saying he bad. I'm saying recruiting still up in the air for me.
Cuban, stop it right now.
Let me get it right quick.
No. Let me address this, Cuban. I promise I'll let you have it. I promise I'll let you have it. Studio, I'm gonna ask you this particular question, right? And I had this discussion with some guys some years back when Manny was here, and they was talking about the way that our defensive backs played coverage under Mike Rump. A lot of people were upset because the guys did not turn their head to locate the ball, and they wanted to, and the guys were playing through their hands, right? Mm-hmm. So not to go all the way around the world, how much do you feel like a receiver's production or them looking developed has to do with the offensive coordinator? Because I don't believe that if you take Kevin Beard and you put him at the University of Michigan, he doesn't look like an ace developer because of the offense that they run. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Kevin Beard because I love Kevin Beard, but I look at the same way like I look at a defensive back coach, running back coach. your success for a large period is going to be based around what that coordinator does with those particular positions because they're the ones that are going to make or break those particular players.
But that's football.
Okay.
You say that with quarterback, offensive line, is the line on block, is the quarterback don't throw block. We see that with our quarterback.
Yeah.
But what I can say about the receivers is, for sure, previously, when the ball was high and the ball was in the air, I had a confidence that we might drop that mug or the receiver was just going to be in the. But since Beard got here, when the ball's in the air, I have more confidence that the ball's going to be caught nearly every time.
This is why y'all need me in this show. All right. You're just talking about one season studio because before that, the Lycans had two receivers that broke records at Miami.
We ain't saying Lycans not a good developer either.
Lycans is but Lycans is
we
for now. I like Beard.
Studio, let him have the studio.
I like Beard. Don't get it twisted. I like Beard, but when it comes to development, it's what Lycans did. Lycans came in. He got a transfer and he got an in-home player and made and helped them break records at Miami. Right. To me, that's what a good developer does in college. I don't care what you do in the NFL. Right. Beard still has time because it was a little bit inconsistent, but you could see they were developed better, right? They had a better coach because their coach previously was also the offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know what I'm saying? But to me, a good teacher, and that's what I'm big about when it comes to college sports, is a guy like Likens. Likens might not have recruited like Beard, but what this staff needs now is teachers, right? And going back to original Shad's questions, like we can't say both things. Like Mario's a great recruiter, and then we need a recruiter for a DB coach. It's like no. If he's gonna worry about recruiting, let Mario worry about recruiting and get teachers in the building that are gonna teach these players. Because if you guys said that he's a good recruiter, he's getting these players in, then all right, get these players in and let me teach them. I don't need to be on the road recruiting. I need to be in the building teaching.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that.
So Cuban, so your answer for defense coach is we need to get a guy that is
a teacher.
Developer.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony.
Wow. I'm 50-50 again. I'm sorry. I can't choose either or.
Okay, Anthony. Okay, I let you slide the first time. I'm not gonna let you slide this time. If you got the opportunity to get a Pat Surtain Jr., right?
Yeah.
Who's already, for the most part, a polished player, right? But he's top tier.
Yeah.
Or do you want to get a guy like I'll say, a Sauce Gardner, right? Now we know what Sauce ended up being. Sauce and Pat Surtain probably ended up being the same, but we're talking about just from a
recruiting
perspective.
Yeah.
Which person do you want to get?
For me, I would rather get the guy that I can develop.
Okay.
Mold into what I want them to be instead of the polished guy. You already know what he is. You don't know what a guy like Sauce Gardner was going to be until he got into the NFL.
I mean, okay. Studio, recruiter or developer?
I'd rather
developer.
Yeah, I'd rather developer because I think we're gonna get some good players. If you got somebody that can teach them some skills and teach them some techniques, then the rest is history.
Okay, all right.
And like I agree with Cuban Kane. If Mario, this guy, he gonna be like, look at who's gonna be teaching you. See who these dudes we got teaching you. Come on over here.
Okay.
We got to worry about burning the midnight oil on all the coaches, making them want to run to the NFL.
Okay.
I have an interesting concept, actually. I said this. I think what Mario needs to do is get some of these great high school coaches who already have been coaching these kids and promote them to a position coach in college. And they're the ones, because they're the ones teaching these kids in high school. and stuff like that. So would it make sense to bring a coach?
Yeah, yes and no, because this is the extreme example. What if this coach runs the wing T offense in college, but you're a spread, coach in high school? You're not going to fit well with that particular scheme, right? So I understand what you're saying, Anthony, but you got to find people that understand your scheme and and can speak that same language.
That is a wild.
I know. I had to put it extreme, so
Why?
it could be. I had to do it extreme, so But the thing is, people still
Do it.
run wing T offices in high school, so what I'm saying. It's you just got to get the right fit. You got to have people that understand your language. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at Lashley, right? He surrounded himself with people that spoke his language. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important to get people that understand what the hell you're talking about.
To be
Yeah,
honest with you,
no, I understand what you're saying, but like to be honest, a guy like Gidry, I think the majority of these like the defenses in high school here in Florida seem like they're copying like the defenses in high school seem like the majority of these defensive coordinators or head coaches are copying what you see in college and the pros and stuff like that. So I think they're gonna it's gonna be a match. Like it doesn't matter because I think these coaches in high school are running what they're seeing in high school and no college and the pros and stuff like that.
Okay.
to be to
No, what you gonna say, Studio?
I thought this was to close that question out. If you was end of it, if y'all was into this conversation about that, but as far as the developer and the coach, I would prefer to give one of these up and coming former NFL players or something like that a try. Because like he was saying, I wasn't comparing them to Likens, but Beard, former player, to me, when you formally did it, I think you have a little bit of advantage at the development department. Because let's be honest, if you're just a position coach, you're gonna be forced to do what Gidry tell you to do anyway. You're gonna have to run. You ain't be able to run your scheme. You ain't gonna be able to tell them the press coverage when you want. If you know your players are better at press coverage. So only thing that's gonna help is if somebody that know little tidbits. Like, all right, boy, when you see this, boy, you might want to turn your hip this way. Or, little tidbit that's going to help them perform better in the game. But they ain't going to be able to put their scheme in it. So it really ain't who we worried about getting. That's going to really make a difference at the DB coach. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
I gave my answer on my video that I did earlier this week. I wasn't joking. I was being serious. I feel like that we're in an interesting position that if individuals were so gung ho in saying that the reason that we were losing out on the likes of a Sertan, Campbell, and Henderson is because we didn't have the bags for them when Mike Rump was here, then let Mike Rump have another shot at it. And I mean it wholeheartedly. He's already in the building. He's still working here in terms of a recruiting perspective. So, but he probably won't get it. But that's my particular choice.
You gonna let E Brown? You gonna let E Brown speak?
Of course, yeah. We got it. Yeah. I'm gonna E Brown. E Brown. I know you just joined. If you just want to jump in on a particular topic right now, you can do so.
Concentrate too much on who's leaving, who's coming, who's out there. And now this is just my opinion in the way I look at it. I look at three coaches in the college football world today who they succeed even though coaches leave, players move on. They will continue. They continue to have a successful and winning program. And those three coaches are, well, one just retired, which is Nick Saban. Nick Saban would lose two coaches, top what we consider top tier coaches on a regular basis, but the man continued to win because not only was he a good recruiter, and a recruiter is a person who goes out and seeks an individual to either join your organization or to join your organization or what have you. But with a recruiter plus a talent evaluator like Nick Saban is, he's able to go after the talented guys and entice them or give them the spiel to want to join his organization. Nick Saban is good at it. So was a guy who just won the national championship this year. He was good. John Harbaugh, he's good at it. And we got to look at one other guy who's in the ACC, Mac Brown. Mac Brown took over the North Carolina program, and the man continues to win every year. And the reason they do that is because they are chameleons, man. They're chameleons. They recruit, they teach, and then when an important part leaves their organization, they go out and they replace that person with someone who fits their scheme of things. Nick Saban also, he incorporates in his with Alabama, he would go after the former players who were good former players, and he'll bring them into the program and have them learn a little, and then make them position coaches or position instructors or whatever within the organization within Alabama. Just like with Harbaugh. Harbaugh lost the guy who came here to Miami as his offensive coordinator, who won the Broyles Award, and the man continued to win because he understood what he needed to do and what he needed to bring into it. And I think that if we look at those programs and understand that, then we'll stop as fans worrying about who just left, who's out there, who's coming in, and just concentrate on what Mario needs to surround himself with in order to not only allow him to recruit, because Mario's a good recruiter. Someone mentioned it earlier. He's a good recruiter, but man, his ability to bring out the best in the players and then in the midst of a game, it kind of sucks. So he just need to have somebody. We just got to do that. I mean, I don't think Alonzo brought anything. I don't think Alonzo brought anything that anybody could have expected him to do any differently. I mean, he came into the program, and he's a talent evaluator. He's a talent evaluator, and that's what he did. I think he assisted Mario with evaluating talent, but I don't know about the recruiting aspect of it. If I were to go, yeah, he's a good recruiter, I'll just be guessing, just like all the rest of these delusional Kane fans out here. So that's my thing. That's my take on it.
Okay. Well, Lee Brown, great answer. So based on what I took from your answer, it doesn't matter who the next coach is, and I agree to an extent. But it seems that you're leaning more so towards getting a guy that is a developer, not necessarily a superstar recruiter. Am I right or am I off?
You're absolutely correct. I'm not. Mario can do the recruiting himself. Okay, the man can do the recruiting, but what he needs is he needs developers in those positions where developing that talent will be productive on the field on Saturdays.
Okay.
So currently, right now, we're losing guys. We're losing a dive. We lost the running backs coach, and we as fans, we get upset about it. But I look at it like, excuse my language, they didn't do a damn thing because we didn't win. I mean, if they move on, move on. Let's find somebody who's going to the talent that we have assembled within the University of Miami program currently. We need to have someone who's going to develop those players to go out on a Saturday and kick some butt and play some football. I'm not worried about DVD or who is it, TBD or whomever. I'm not worried about Mike Roth I'm not worried. When those guys were here, they didn't do a damn thing.
No, Ebro, I can say Mike Runt was here. We won 19 games.
There was one guy. There was one guy. There was one guy, the receivers coach, when Rambo and that other guy were our wide
Likens.
receivers. That guy developed talent because he took Rambo, who was screwed up there at Oklahoma, brought him here to Miami, and got him into the NFL.
He didn't get drafted, Ebro.
I'm sorry.
He didn't get drafted.
He didn't get drafted. He broke a lot of records.
Broke a record.
No, he played in the NFL. He got an opportunity to go to the NFL. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying about drafting.
Oh, okay. That's what
He got an opportunity to go to the NFL.
Okay.
I don't think he would have got that opportunity if he'd have stayed at Oklahoma.
Oh no, he got passed over on the depth chart. You're right. So, well, Ebron, you have given your opening, intermediate, and your closing statement. So, studio, what are your last comments on the Adai situation? I guess studio walked away. Cuban Kane, what are your last comments on the Adai situation?
I mean, my comments. I mean, we have to get the story straight. Do we want a disciplinarian? Do we want a recruiter? What, a friendly coach? What's the pitch here? Or do we want to go back to the lax days and having fun in practice, or do we want to have good tough coaching? But like I said, we need to get a coach, not a recruiter at that position. So don't know who it's gonna be. To be honest, it doesn't really matter because if the D line is not putting the pressure, you could have the greatest DB coach, and it wouldn't matter, right? So the D line the D line needs to be intact in order to have good DBs.
Anthony. Oh my God. Anthony, what are your final thoughts on this subject? Anthony, you there? I guess Anthony's left as well.
Nah, so everybody they're on mute. I don't know if they notice they're on mute.
No, I think they know they're on mute, but Anthony, you there?
No, mine got kicked off for some reason. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ebron. I was wondering. I see Anthony's off mute, but I was wondering what was his last thoughts.
Well, I think KC is dead on it. I think he's dead on it. He mentioned the different aspects or the different wants that we want for our coach. And it's like I said earlier, the head coach has to be a chameleon, man. He has to be the friendly guy, the mean guy, the intermediate guy, the democratic, the autocratic, and the free reign guy. He has to wear all those hats. He has to wear all those hats.
Yeah.
For instance, I got to go back to Nick Saban. Nick Saban, when he's out talking to the media, when he's putting on that persona of being this don't take crap coach, the players behind the scene, they like the heck out of the man.
Oh yeah.
Now, why is that? Because he's perfecting the game. He's perfecting the position as a head coach. He's being that chameleon.
Yeah.
I mean, he shows one part of his persona out in the media. He shows the other part when he's teaching these guys how to play football, and he shows it again when he's giving them the position that he cares about him. Because even on draft night, he's there with his players. He's there supporting the guys. Those guys have positive things to say about him. Those are the things that impress me about him, Mac Brown, and Harbaugh. They all have that same mentality, that same way of coaching.
Okay.
That same way of coaching. So, what we need do we need a disciplinary coach that has that exudes this discipline? Of course, of course. We seen Nick kick guys out the football team for doing catastrophic stuff, but the
But
team keeps going.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, but Brian, like like Cuban, brought back to my attention. It's almost like it's been a changing of the guard because one year it was, well, we need to get the softness out of the program, and the drill sergeants are here, and all of a sudden, no one wants to be, and if anyone from the military is watching this, I'm not poking fun at this, but nobody wants to be a Marine anymore. When the drill sergeant gets here, nobody wants to be a Marine anymore. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, you guys don't have to be Marines. We can kind of go back to kind of what it was before we got here. So it's like you're taking 2 steps forward, and then you're gonna turn around, you're gonna take 5 steps backwards. So um, dang.
but I think I'm not. Are you moving on, Shad? If not, I'll
No,
shut up.
I was reading a message. Studio said he's walking his dog. So and
I'm back right here. I just let him out. He eating on his little plate. He left half plate out there.
yeah. So Studio, what are your last thoughts on this?
What was that last question? Repeat the last question I missed.
No, we closing out.
Wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're just wrapping it up. What do you in terms of just what are your final thoughts on Jamil Adai?
I don't think it's no loss really. It's not gonna be a detrimental loss like it would be if it was a coordinator and we got to start a new offense and all that. So that's big. I'm glad I didn't want to go through that again, which could have been a possibility with all the coach movement that went on. So we should be all right with that. We shouldn't be worried about a little few position coaches here and there. Like I said, I would go for a former player that played some DB that was pretty good, that has some techniques to skill. That's pretty much what I'd be interviewing for if I was Mario. I like, which one of these players gonna show me some new drills he gonna come in with? Well, you got some new ideas and new DB drills to help the DB get better performance. Like you said, looking over. I thought I got a DB drill. You know what I'm saying? I would use where he can look over. Yeah, look for the ball and learn how to wait for the last minute.
Well, Studio,
you can't look.
Sad has the answer already. He's in the building already. So,
but Studio again, like I said, a lot of it's just gonna be dependent.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I was finna ask about that. Do you think the guy you want is a background issue? Because they kind of stringent when it becomes a head coaching positions in the college. Your background got to be kind of okay.
What Mike Rump got on his background?
I'm just asking.
What did Mike Rump?
Yeah, what do you do in his background?
I'm just asking. No, the DVD has some little background issues.
Oh, you talking about DVD? Oh no, I'm lobbying for Mike Rump.
I just remember hearing that narrative when it was a couple of years ago when we was trying to make them a position coach, and it was like, is that the issue?
Studio, and Cuban probably can say this better than me. People are going to say things that may have a little truth to it, but if that's not who they want, they're going to find a way to hype up the person that they do want. So whether or not DVD has anything in his past, I don't know. Like I said, give me Mike Rump. Let Mike Rump loose in the NIL era. Let him go around the country telling the Julian Sands speech to each and every person that wants to hear it. And let's run this up. So those are my thoughts. Ebron, did you have something else that you want to say? I guess not. So we'll move on. So there's a clip going around. I saw it on Twitter. Kane's Connection had Cam Ward, I guess, do an interview. I guess trying to make this, I guess, something for the collective. I didn't do very much research into it, but he spoke glowingly about JoJo. He spoke glowingly about Xavier Stripper, and also spoke glowingly about Jacoby George, just in that small snippet. And most people are looking at it like, oh man, the offense is about to take off. We about to do numbers. We about to do all this and stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna reserve my judgment. But my question is, does this bode well that the QB1 is doing something essentially that our previous quarterback did not do?
Let me
And
get in. Let me get in, coach. Let me get in, coach. He ain't talking about them tight ends though. He ain't saying nothing good about those tight ends. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know what I'm saying? The de facto OC, Mario Cristobal, is like, hey man, don't be passing the ball to tight ends because we need extra linemen up here and blocking for these tight ends. So again,
Every time I tight end got a pass, they dropped it though. Let's just be real.
only
right. So what that little thing just told me was we're gonna run the same offense. There ain't gonna be no spread, power spread, or whatever. It's gonna be the same offense because you heard him. He did not mention not one thing about all the 10-star tight ends we have up in here. He did not say a damn word about them. So that was my little like, oh, he's talking about all these other players, but he's not talking about the tight ends. And that was my thing. Sorry.
I
Q.
mean, what did he have
It
on
was
tape that he would recommend a positive comment about the tight end? I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that what does
are you
he have,
talking
what was on tape that would prompt him or give him some indication that the tight ends are going to play a pivotal part in what's going on, because he had played with him before and he hadn't seen anything on tape. So why would he say something positive about a group that he hadn't seen anything out of?
Well, it's
about?
because we have four-star tight ends according to the 247 and whatever. So we have great recruits sitting in the tight end room. So we might as well use these damn tight ends we have in there because, again, I keep hearing that we have a great recruiter, but what is a great recruiter if you what is a chef if you don't use your food, right? You're a great chef, but you cook water every day. I'm not understanding this. So if we have these great tight ends, these great recruits you literally have four or five 4-star tight ends in that room. So are they gonna be glorified offensive linemen, or you're gonna use them?
I agree with you. I agree with you, but what
Bro,
that
don't let Cuban do that. It was a
Yeah,
question.
because
Don't
yeah,
Mario's
don't
yeah,
know
I
what
agree with you. I agree with you that we need to utilize the tight end. But the
I don't
thing is
question.
that
I'm
he's
just,
got
just,
he's
just
got to he's got to do it.
Cuban, you gotta stop doing this to the new guest. You gotta stop doing this.
Hey, I set
Stop
them
doing it.
up.
So yeah, no, but what I'm saying. Let's just get to the question, right? Back to the question. Do you feel like that this shows that Cam Ward is taking a better initiative than Tyler Van Dyke?
No, because it's a paid promotion, right? It's not something. Now, if he did it on his own accord, where he went on his own social media thing and said, it's fine, but
Yeah, I
it,
got
it's it's paid. So you'll do and say anything if it's paid, right? So that's just my
man,
well,
thing.
well,
man,
why he didn't do that? Why TV didn't do that when we thought he was gonna go to Bama? And he came back. No, I love my Miami receivers. I love it. I love it here. Why didn't give us no praise then? He
Well,
put us
I
down one time, I remember. He was kind of talking bad about us.
yeah, but I mean, when he was his first year with his NIL, he was talking good about the receivers. When he had an interview with DJ Williams, things of that nature, and he was just it's all about this his second year that was some hey just here's the money, do what you got to do. But I don't think Kane's connection gave him that money, right? When what's that other company the Ruiz company, when Ruiz paid him, he was talking. So
Yeah.
like
when he was with Orange Bowl boys, he was talking. It's all about who pays you. If you ain't paying me, I'm not gonna talk. It's simple
I feel
economics.
you. I was just pushing back.
Hey, South Coast, you right. That's why Alonzo ain't here right. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. No. Um, but again, the people are saying, "Hey, look, that shows leadership. That shows that immediately he got here and he's about the business." And again, this is something that some people have speculated, right? You have to get in good graces. You have to show people that you're just as committed to be a Miami Hurricane as the guys that are already here, based on the wild goose chase of sorts that transpired. You're going to the NFL. You're not. You're coming back to Miami, and then obviously the Jakari Brown interview. So I think in the grand scheme of things, I'm sure that the rest of that particular paid promotion is going to come out, and I do think that he is going to have to at least verbalize to make it seem like yes, I'm 1,000% in, and I think Kane Connection, whoever is the point man that is the PR person, they do have to try to get out in front of this, as quickly as possible, especially before spring practice starts. Now, I could be completely off base with this, but what do you guys think? Do you feel like that? Yes, Cam Ward does have to do more of these particular things to show that he's all in to be a Hurricane, or do you feel like it doesn't even matter?
I
I'll start.
think I think yeah, he do have to say a little bit because the thing about if he don't say nothing and just come out in spring, it's gonna be a little it's gonna be some tension, like you know what I mean? Just listen, and then especially with JB11 saying what he said, it's gonna be some tension. It's gonna be something wrong with JB. I don't even like his movement.
But
You know what I
Studio,
mean? So
yeah,
we don't know. He gotta say something.
I hear you,
Even
Studio,
if
but
it's fluff right now, even if it ain't genuine, because
yeah,
it could become genuine.
well,
Just like you might
Studio,
get to meet a girl, you like I like you, but eventually you could be like, well, I love her.
Okay, okay.
but Studio, I gotta counter back at you. I'm just tired of having every off season this program just talks. Enough of the talking, man. Just go ahead and do it in the field. Don't try to appease the fans. Don't try to make the fans happy. Don't do that. We've every year for the past 20 years, right? It's off season talk. Man, just go ahead and just set up and prove it on the field. I don't care if you do have these promotionals, pay promotionals. It's what happens in that locker room, right? Are you talking to the players? Are you getting the phone numbers from the receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, the O line? Are you don't have to be all in the streets. What did Suge Knight say? You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be
Yeah,
all
but
in the street or
Cuban.
whatever. It's
One,
just
one, one quick rebuttal. Cuban.
go ahead.
Cuban. What if I was Cam Newton, I look at you and say, bro, is it my fault y'all been trash for 20 years? I come here to save y'all and get y'all back to the natty.
Well,
Ain't my fault.
do you got to say this on the media? Do you got to talk about it? I
Hey,
hear what
but
you're saying. I agree with
Listen,
you.
Q,
cuz maybe it's genuine. Maybe he was like, boy, them boy got some weapons.
but
Maybe he did feel like these weapons are an upgrade to what he had at Washington State. Maybe it is the genuine. Maybe it's like, oh, maybe he is feeling like, man, the NFL turned me down. Said I'm a fifth round. I said, but I got an offensive line and I got these weapons. Man, I'm happy. Maybe it's genuine.
but let me say this to Cuban Studio. Cuban, based on how again this whole ordeal played out. Now, if Cam Ward again, people were rumoring, okay, well, his father said, look, he's gonna commit around Christmas, right? So let's say he had a win ahead and committed after Christmas, right? Then he wouldn't have to say anything. But I understand the point that you're bringing up, Cuban. he doesn't have to appease the fan base. He doesn't have to do any of those particular different things. But since you formulated your response that way, let me ask you this. So you feel like Kane's connection, whoever set this up, do you feel like that they are trying to appease to the fan base?
Um, no, they're doing what they're supposed to get their group their name out, right? They're a marketing company, right? So it's
Okay.
like I gotta get my name out. I'm paying this dude shit. He bet I'm sorry because I'm paying for this dude. He better just say a word, say hi to the people or something, and it's just like that's what Kane Connects is in it to get their name out. So when recruits do come, they come and talk to Kane's Connect. Or when they get donations or funding, they go to Kane's Connect, right? So, but I'm sorry, I'm just a bitter fan
I,
over these years. It's just I'm tired of the talking, man. I'm
I understand.
really tired of the talking. It's like just that the infamous Mario word. Get to work,
I,
right? Get to work and do the damn thing.
I understand, Cuban. No, like I said, I'm just saying because of how this particular saga drug out. It was taxing on the fans. It was taxing on the guys in the locker room. So while I know, well, like I say, I could have, I don't care if he came out and said anything, but I do think he did have to, say something. And I just, in Kane's connection, however this was set up, and you know what, Cuban, I'll
Ho-
take it a step further.
Hold on, question. Why do you think he had to say something?
Cuban. I'm glad you asked me this because this is why I'm going. This is why I'm saying he did have to say something. If that JB interview does not happen and it gets out there, I don't think this happens. I think this has to happen. This had to happen because of what JB said. Where they not gonna respect it if you come in and just give you the job, right? So you have to come out and say, "Oh yeah, man, X, he's the dog. Oh man, yeah, Jacoby, man, yeah, he's gonna take us far. Yo, bro, I've been throwing it to JoJo. Yeah, he really liked it. So like, and to kind of piggyback what Studio said, it's gonna be some tension. Yes, it's gonna be some competition as well. But I don't think if the JB situation doesn't happen, I don't think this happens. I
Not
think
even that though, Shad. I don't even think. Let's say the JB interview didn't happen, right? He never said none of that. And still, if you're a top flight QB that's brought in to be the leader, quote unquote, yeah, it's competition, but let's be real. When you one of those top flight transfers, you looking at you gotta say something to your new team. You just not gonna say nothing. It's just come in and yeah, I'm gonna prove it on the field type. No, you ain't gotta prove nothing.
no, but Studio, what I'm saying.
I'm talking about Cuban for Cuban. This is
Oh,
for
okay.
really Cuban.
No, I'm just no, but what I'm saying, obviously pre NIL, this wouldn't have happened. He would have just gone to the locker room and they would have did whatever they had to do. But like I said, we've dominated the conversation. E Brown, I'm gonna
Oh,
ask you.
let me get back at the studio just one time, quick. But studio, not everything needs to be said in the media, right? You could say I'm gonna back up my teammates. You can do whatever you have to do. You don't have to do it in the media space, right? And it's like that could have been handled behind the scene. Now now by him doing that, now it's gonna lead to a lot of speculation.
Cuban, these
A
boys
lot of
can't make no money if they don't do nothing. If everything's behind the scenes, that's
but
the
hold on, we no,
NIL.
but
You
you mixing
gotta
up two
promote
things. You mixing
yourself. You
up.
gotta hey, with my friends. I
Hold,
love my thing. This is what's gonna happen. You
yeah, but
gotta
studio,
be
we're
that
talking
if you
about two
finna make
things. We're
some
talking
money,
about
bro.
We
Hold
talking
on.
about two things. We're talking about team. Well, are you talking about? Because remember, I said
Him making that statement in general.
but is that for the team or is that for himself? There's two different
Both.
things.
Both.
He don't need to do that for the team. He did that for himself.
Nah, but it's know yourself without the team, though.
Okay.
Without the team, there's no yourself. You're not playing this football yourself. The team gives you this opportunity. So you must give the team some. And yes, it's for you. You're trying to, elevate yourself and go to the pro, da da da. But it's team first.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, we've dominated. E. Brown, do you have anything to say on it? Do you feel like that Cam Ward? Um, do you feel like he had to kind of do this? And like I said, obviously, I know an extended version of this is going to come out. It's not just he sat down for 3 seconds and said something about JoJo and Jacoby and X. So do you feel like that? He had to do this.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'll start. I'll preface my statement by saying this first: is that Cam is a businessman now. He's a businessman, and I think that I'm gonna say this. I think it's kind of impressive to know that the man is doing his homework. If he's able to call out particular players, that tells me that he's in the process of doing his homework to learn more about the players, the playbook, and so on and so forth. That's more impressive to me.
Okay.
And I want to say because he's a businessman and because he's promoting his business, which is himself, he's promoting and showcasing himself for the next step in his career, which is the NFL, which is showing that he has the ability to prepare for changes, prepare for different things that's going to occur. Now, I think that I didn't see the tape. I didn't see the interview of what he said. I didn't see that. But he didn't if he didn't come out and promote himself in the proper manner or the proper perspective, we would be down his throat and tap dancing on his kidneys if he didn't say anything. Now, I'm going to say this. Ja'Cory Brown, if I was Cam, Ja'Cory Brown would not make me feel uncomfortable about anything because Ja'Cory Brown hasn't done a damn thing. Okay? I don't get it. I don't get it where we're all concerned about what Ja'Cory Brown said in an interview when the man was like the third or fourth string quarterback. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're going to be concerned about what Ja'Cory, his take, his spiel on what's occurring with the football team when the man didn't play not one down during the regular season. So we're placing we're putting Cam in this category based on what Ja'Cory Brown said in the interview. Are you kidding me? That's what I'm saying about our fair weather Miami Hurricanes fans. We see the gold nugget over there shining, and then we want to jump all over it. Ja'Cory Brown hadn't done a damn thing for this football team. Not one thing. But we're all up in an uproar, and we're placing this heavy load on Cam's back based on a statement made by Ja'Cory Brown. He will impress me. He will impress me more. He would have impressed me more if he had said, "Hey, listen, last year I acted like a little, you know what?
Don't say it, E. Brown.
I acted like a little, you know what? I should have let the dog in me that was in that interview. That dog in the interview should have came out in me during the season, and I should have stepped up and I should have overtook the team, taking it away from Tyler because Tyler had given up on us, taking it away from Tyler and taking it upon myself to do something. But no, he sat back in the backfield. He sat back in the corner of the room, and then he goes onto a podcast with two other young men. He makes some ridiculous statements, and now we all want to hold him in his high esteem. And the man hasn't done a damn thing for the football team. I mean, please tell me what has he done for the football team that we want to place all this glory on what he said, what he had to say in the interview. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Hold on. I ain't gonna let boy. You got some respect on JB's name, boy. For real. First of all, How you gonna say how we gonna put that much high regards on the comments when you're showing me you're just as deterred by the comments as the fans?
Because it's the 4th-string quarterback studio.
It don't even matter. So
It
why are you
doesn't
so
matter.
deterred about it?
How you so,
Why are
okay,
you so upset about it then?
Hold up.
If it's only the 4th-string, Mr. E. Brown.
So studio, you're telling me that you went out the entire football season last season. You, Cuban Kane, and Shad, you guys went out there the entire football season and you laid it out on the field.
I'm gonna just tell you this. I'm gonna just
And one guy, one guy didn't do that, but he goes on a podcast and says something. And you mean to tell me you're gonna overlook the fact that all those other players laid it out on the field and this guy didn't? And you're gonna listen to him?
Hold on, bro. First of all, Ja'Cory Brown did try to lay it out for Miami. Okay, it ain't his fault. Mario don't want to play the man. It ain't his fault. Okay, it ain't his fault. Mario refuse to play the man. Just because he say want to get redshirted doesn't mean you don't play him. You pout and don't play him at all.
Ain't big playing.
Like, to me, JB just as good as Cam Ward. So we whining and dining some guy.
Studio.
Yeah, you better say something.
Studio. Did you not?
No, you don't understand these Brown boy.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
On the roster.
Studio. Did you not see the game that Ja'Cory played in? Did you not see the games?
Yeah, I seen 4 games. Cam Ward fumbling, bumbling away while that team getting smoked.
No. Let's stay on topic.
No.
Let's stay on topic. Did you not see the game? Did you not see the games that Ja'Cory Brown played in? Did you not see those games?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, E. Brown. Did you see any Cam Ward games at Washington State last year?
I didn't see any of his game. That's why I'm not making a comment because I didn't see any of his game.
He look. I'm not going to sit here and say he don't look more polished passer than. I'm not saying that. It's not my argument.
Hey, hold on.
All I'm saying is,
hold on,
the comments was worthy, and the players backed JB11 with them comments. I can guarantee you.
Studio, that's gossip, bro. That's
gossip. Ain't no gossip.
Hold on. Let's calm down. Again, this is one of those, the topics. Well, conversation is leading somewhere that, obviously, I know both of you are going to agree to disagree at the end of the day, right? So we don't have to go around the merry-go-round.
No. It's irrespectful. I'm not disrespectful. No, but if I give you that impression, that's not what I'm doing.
No, Ebron. What I'm saying is, I know that you believe strongly in what you said. Studio One believes strongly in what he said. So all I'm saying is that y'all are going to end up agreeing to disagree, so we don't have to go around the merry-go-round. Neither one of you being disrespectful to either one of you, so I commend that. But
no, Ebron, my dog.
Yeah, of course.
Like
what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is no tension, but what I'm saying is, it's let's kind of let's
he
go.
He just sounded hateful. He sounded like he was mad at Ja'Cory Brown about that a little bit more than he should have been. That's why I had to jump in that. That's
Bingo, you're absolutely correct, sir.
I understand what Brian is saying, right? Because Studio, and I understand both. I understand both points. That I understand both sides of this, right? Because Studio, what you're saying is that, hey, look, JB, and QB put it, QB put it in the chat, right? JB opted to redshirt this particular year, right? But he wasn't given the opportunity to play in his 4 games to kind of see where his development was. In Studio, I do agree with you saying that yes, there are people on this particular team that do like JB. I know they do because there's some guys that were recruited with JB. These guys have group messages together, and I'm sure they still have those group messages together to this day. So I'm sure they talk about stuff like that. But to E. Brown's point, yes, based on what transpired, you were the 3rd string. It might be, fourth string quarterback. And ideally, that interview made us more so sympathize with JB and kind of overlook the fact that you asked to red shirt, which again, there's no problem with that. But from a grander scheme, yeah, you did kind of you laid down. You didn't want to get in the heat, right? And I like JB, right? But so I look at it like that. But those are great points. Like I said,
You don't look at it like he laid down.
no studio. What studio? What I'm saying,
That's hurtful though. To say he
studio.
laid down.
But studio. This is what I'm. Well, this is what E. Brown is saying, right? And this is essentially what E. Brown is saying. You could have like, yes, you red shirted, you asked to red shirt. It's no issue with that. But the thing of it is you got 4 years to play five.
Hold on.
And
Did
more
y'all not hear that interview when he said he thought that he was finna get in the game? And Cole said, no, TVD going in there. He's like, huh?
studio,
What?
studio, we heard it. But what
So
but
how
but,
he laid down?
but studio, this is what
Because we got a soft program. That's why.
studio, this is what we studio,
Oh my
no,
goodness.
no, studio, this is what I'm saying. We're gonna go is ring around the rosy. What I'm saying is the reason it may look like you laid down is because you asked to red shirt. You asked to red shirt. When you look at the grand scheme of it, most guys, all you need is 1 year. You got 4 years to play five. I mean, you got 5 years to play four. I'm sorry. You got 5 years to play 4 years of football. So even if he would have just said he didn't redshirt last year, you still would have had this year and you still have next year. So it's really not as so saying that he laid down, that may be the wrong way to say it. But from E. Brown's perspective, it's like, look, everybody else laid it down on the line. Nobody else asked to red shirt, in those particular situations. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And Wayne, I
And
see.
I'm saying, and I'm also saying it, and I'm also saying this, Shad, before you move on, just quickly. I just want to say that he was competing with a quarterback who lost his confidence. He was competing with a quarterback who just left high school, and he was competing with a quarterback who was a walk-on. He didn't look at that opportunity and go, man, I'm better than all these guys. I'm going to prove to these coaches that I can play this game, and I need to be out on that football field.
You're right.
Okay, that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah. And E. Brown, and I agree. And like I say, like Wayne said, he felt he couldn't win. He didn't want to be a Wildcat quarterback. And Wayne, I agree 1,000%. I banged that drum all year. I did not want to see JB in any Wildcat situations. So that's that. But we're gonna get out. We're gonna wrap this particular subject up. Studio, what are your final thoughts? If you want to rebuttal to what E. Brown said, fine. But let's like I said, we're gonna ring around the rosy here. So just what are your final thoughts?
Well, I just find it odd that we just look at football totally different. Like these players, as far as when it comes to money, how much they should play, should be capped, da da da. Now players supposed to be considered business, NIL, da da da. It makes sense for a player that's a high value to red shirt now. If you get an NIL, you can make commercials here, save your body. Now it's gonna be looked at as laying down. You can't even. I just wish we'll take that. I hope he proves everybody wrong. That's all I can say.
But Studio, this is what I'm gonna say about this though. Studio, right now, and you brought it up in this NIL era, the objective is to get as much talent on the roster as possible. So, what did this staff go out and do? This staff went out and got not one, but they went out and got two transfer portal quarterbacks. That's what you got going on. So, I agree with you.
But ain't no more time for development, basically.
I hope no. And QB has said that before. No, there's no more time for development. Either you gonna get it in 2 years, or you gotta go.
Then I might go back to our coaching. We might not want a developer.
Because look at it like this, studio. Think about it like this. JB could have redshirted this upcoming year because they went out and got two portal quarterbacks. JB can't redshirt anymore. So, say for instance, Cam Ward doesn't get hurt and we in nail biting games. He doesn't play next year either. But he's lost a whole year. So, while I agree with Wayne, like, yeah, you felt like you was in an uphill battle, you couldn't win. And if that's the case, if that's how you feel, then you got more. Hop in the portal, man.
I knew you were gonna say that. Then transfer. Oh my.
But but it's like, and like I say, I got the most. I got utmost respect for Streeter, and Streeter and the mother. And it wasn't just Streeter that said this. A lot of people said this. Sometimes, man, you got to go where you're needed, and not where you're just wanted. JB could easily go to another P5 school or maybe even a G5 school, and you could put up gaudy numbers. You can do that where they won't have you be a wildcat quarterback. They can deal with you maybe being 60% passing or maybe even 58 or 59, and you can put up monster numbers. But right now at the University of Miami,
We pushing
bro,
them out.
we not, bro. They not about to, bro. These people are not about to sit up here and develop you at the quarterback position. The moves, they just showed it. They fought tooth and nail. They bent over backwards. They let TVD do what he needed to do. They let him out there on that field. And what did they do in this offseason? They went out and got not one, but two transfer portal quarterbacks. That's what they went to go do. So that's what that is. But like I said, I don't want to hold up too much. You know, E Brown, what do you got to say?
I mean, kudos, man.
But do you
You
have
guys,
anything else to
you
say?
guys closed it up. You guys closed it out perfect, man. Both of you.
Okay. Cuban, what do you got to say?
uh Haney and Garcia, they got into it in Vegas. That's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah, he got yeah. Go to social media. They got into it. They, the little shoving match,
Oh,
right? And this is another. I hope this person is still in the chat. There is a person that is delusional talking about Marino is a game manager, right? This is going to so coach hates, right? He's on my back on my shit list. I'm sorry for cussing for trying my man Dan Marino. So I'm calling out Coach hates for calling out Dan Marino talking about he's a game manager. That man don't know about no damn football. Coach hates has his Dade County card revoked. That's ASAP. He don't know nothing about football. I'm calling out Coach Hates wherever he's at. Don't LOL here, Coach Hates. You don't know your Dade County card got revoked. Talking about Dan Marino is a game manager.
Okay.
You know
Dan Marino game change. He the only reason why the Dolphins were good because our
exactly.
defense
But you
was
have this
trash
dude named
always.
Coach Hates talking about he's a game manager. This man don't know nothing about football. Fan hates. That's what
Cuban,
I'm calling fan haze. I'm
but
Hey,
calling his ass out.
but Cuban,
there actually is three categories for the quarterback. You got a game manager, game changer, but you got an all pro.
okay, I can do that.
All pro is top tier. Dan Marino was an all pro.
But Cuban, so Cuban,
All I know, Coach Hayes is from Broward County. He ain't from Dade County.
okay, so
He
Cuban,
got he
what,
Joe
got
Joe
booted out.
Montana. Joe Montana was an all pro.
so Cuban, what you got? So Cuban, what you got to say about the last topic?
Well, I mean, again,
What final thoughts?
I hate to always go back to it, but this program is soft, right? Seems like there's no control. There's no narrative. There's no really push. Like, why are we having these debates, right?
I
If there was a strict program, if you think about the big programs, the programs that are winning, right? They don't have these foolishness debates, right? It's the quarterback is a quarterback. Set your ass up. You're gonna develop. If you're not, get the hell up out of here. It's that simple,
okay.
right? But we have this QB drama. Every year is a QB drama. QB drama. QB drama. QB drama. So we have somebody has to get control of this program, man. It's too much drama going off in the offseason, man. When we have a disciplinary coach, but we have this QB a sitcom going on every year. Last year was TVD. The year before that was King. The year before that was Cozy and Jaren. Every single year, it's drama, man. And all I want for this program is to get disciplined again. And it seems like it's not getting there, but that's my opinion.
Okay. All right. So we gonna end the show. Like I say, this nice little segment. Like I said, I have some other some other shows that I watch. They kind of do this. I kind of like it. So if you guys like it, we'll kind of continue to do it. If you don't, it is what it is. But try it in the public. But this is by the numbers. It's Hall of Fame edition. This is just Andre Johnson and Devin Hester. So basically, what it is, I'm gonna say a number, and you guys guess what the number means. And I only got 6, but each guy has 3 apiece. So we'll try to run through this, kind of fast to kind of get up out of here. So I'm gonna start with Andre Johnson. So the first number is 5, and the clues I'm gonna give you, it is dealing with receiving yards.
Well, that's a jersey number 1. That was his college
No,
jersey.
I'm only doing NFL. Only doing
Oh, got it. Oh, okay. Sorry. Ask the question again.
The number is 5. It's in reference to receiving yards.
I don't know.
E. Brown?
I mean, I don't get the gist of your question, to tell you the truth.
He's number 5 on the all-time reception list.
No. The gist of it is, E. Brown. So like, say for instance, if I say, okay, E. Brown has a, like, how can I say this?
Was my guess relevant to the question?
It's relevant, but it's not.
Okay, it's wrong answer, but it was. Did I get the question basically?
Yes,
based
you got.
on my attempt to answer. Okay,
so
they should know what it is. But.
Yeah, you got the question. No, E. Brown is like, I'm saying, like, okay, if say you got, say like I got I can say, like, say for instance, I say E. Brown 4, right? And it's reference to like it's in reference to like a job or something like that. And so I could say, okay, well, E. Brown has had 4 jobs in retail sales. Like okay, answer. So it's kind of like that. Is that a good example, or you still kind of?
No, I think I may have you. So the number you throw out, you want me to name a category that he may be number 5 in, correct?
I'm giving you the number, and then I'm giving you the category. That's the clue that I'm giving you, so we're not all over the place. So the number is 5, and it's in reference to receiving yards.
That's I don't think he was a 5. I don't think that's.
Let me go ahead and answer. Maybe if I go ahead and give the answer, maybe you'll get it better. So Andre Johnson had 5 games in which he had over 190 yards receiving. Do you kind of get it now?
Okay.
All right. So next one, Devin Hester. The number is 14. So anybody can answer it.
You already know. You give us the reference.
The reference is again, it has to do with receiving. The number is 14, and it has to do with receiving.
Shad, I love you, but it's a horrible game, Shad. It's a Friday night.
But we'll try. You know what?
we tipsy out here, Chad. He asking these psychological questions, Chad.
Okay. Let me just say, does anybody have a guess? Like I said, we can run through this. All you gotta do is
the number could be anything though, so it's too hard.
It's what I'm saying. I'm putting it. It has to do with receiving.
It still could be, like you said, it could be 5 100-yard game, 5 1,000-yard receiver. It could be all so many things.
But I know you want to get the answer right, but just throw something out there. I mean,
I tried my best.
So what do you think the number 14 means in reference to Devin Hester?
With receptions,
You're close. I'll say that you're close.
he only has 14 receptions in career.
No.
14 yards.
No. Ibrahim,
14 consecutive games where TD was scored.
no.
He wasn't that good of a receiver. That's why I don't know.
The answer is targets. 14 is the most targets he received in the game.
Oh,
Are you kidding me, man?
that's a lot of targets, though.
That's a lot of targets.
Okay. Now this
I mean, I wonder how many catches he actually got in that game.
I think it
Who?
was 6. The number was 6. Okay, this one right here should be easy. This one is easy. Andre Johnson, and the number is 3.
3 Pro Bowls. Apparently.
No.
3 drops.
This is so easy. No.
I know.
Oh, what? Okay. This has to do with Well, if I say that, then you know what? It is easy. This has to do with selections. I'll say that. Has to do with selections or a selection.
3 first team All-American selections.
No, it's strictly NFL.
They got All-American on. That's why I say that was Pro Bowl selections.
He got 3 votes. He got 3 votes.
No. Cuban, you want to give it a try?
It's his 3rd year. It took him 3 years to get into the Hall of Fame.
No. Any more guesses? This was the easiest one on here, man.
3 kick returns in one game?
No. This is Andre Johnson.
He said
Andre Johnson. 3 catches was the lowest catches he had in the game. I don't know.
He said it's a selection, like a reward.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to throw everything out. This is
It's a
the meaning of life out here, man.
It's a selection. Yeah, y'all don't have any more guesses.
3 MVP.
Selection.
No, he ain't never been an MVP.
No.
Selections.
This is so easy, man. Come on, man. This is the easiest one on here.
He was on the all NFL team, all pro, all NFL team.
No.
Yeah, 3 quarterbacks.
No. Y'all give up.
3 Madden cover appearances. No, he ain't been on the cover that many times.
No.
I don't think he never was on the cover.
No. Y'all give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a 3rd pick in the 2003 draft.
Man,
Come on, man.
I mean, I should have guessed that. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was the best one. That was the best one, though. Actually.
Come on, man. Okay. We got 3 more, man. We gonna get out of here because y'all.
I have.
But that's kind of semantics. Is it 3 or is it 3rd? Those are really different.
Yeah, it is. But I said the category is selection. The draft is a selection.
I have more for.
He was selected to be a Pro Bowler. You can count 3 of them.
I have more for
3rd MVP appearance. I don't know.
Okay. So here we go. We got 3 more, and then we finished. This is Devin Hester. The number is 14, and it is in reference to Jersey.
He got 14 targets in one game.
No, it's in reference to Jersey. It's in reference to Jersey.
Yes, for Jersey.
Yes. The number is 14, and the clue is Jersey.
He's wore 14 different numbers?
No.
I doubt that.
I know doggone well he didn't play for 14 different teams.
No. Well, yeah, that is kind of Jersey. But no, the number is 14.
He's worn 14 different colors.
No. The number is 14, and it's in reference to Jersey. To a jersey.
He scored 2 touchdowns in Giant Stadium.
No. It's Jersey, like his football.
Jersey, yeah, because the Giant Stadium is in Jersey, so he scored 2 touchdowns in the state of. I'm trying to get all the the shit you trying to give us here?
It's a jersey, like what you put on, not New Jersey. The number is
He wore
14.
number 14 in the All-Star game in the Pro Bowl.
You're very close, Studio. You're very, very close.
His uniform is size 14.
No, Studio is right at the door. He's right at the door. So I'm leading y'all right. The studio's right there.
He wore number 14 in the Super Bowl.
No, but he wore it for he wore it. He wore number 14.
Oh,
But
he had to wear 14 once because there was two. No, he had the same number and he had to wear a different jersey in the game.
no.
Oh, he wore the number 14 on his last team he played for.
Studio, you right there. You right. You right there. I give it to you, Studio. I give it to you because you ain't gonna get no closer than that. 14. That's the number that Devin Hester wore when he played for the Baltimore Ravens.
I had more
That was
fun.
a good one,
I
though.
had more fun looking at Jeopardy, man.
Second to last question. Andre Johnson, the number is 148. And it is, and what's interesting about this number, it is against a specific team, and the team is in the NFC North. So y'all ain't got but 4 choices. So somebody end up getting it.
Who are the teams in the North?
I'm not telling you how to do.
The Bears, Vikings, Packers, and the Lions.
So pick which one.
Wait a minute, who Andre Johnson played for again?
It don't matter who he played for. The
Yeah,
number,
because they're gonna let me know who he played the most.
the number, no. It don't matter who he played the most. It's against a NFC North team. The
So
number
he had 148 yards against the Bears.
Cuban. There you go, baby.
Why did I get it? Because you're using Devin Hester and 148.
Cuban.
Okay,
Exactly.
good. That was good reasoning.
Exactly.
Cuban got some brains.
There you go, Cuban. There you go. There
Now
you
I
go.
get the game now.
I fuck
Okay.
with reasoning skills.
Okay.
Excuse my French.
Last one. Last one. And Cuban might get this because Cuban know where we're going with this. Devin Hester, the number is 31, and it in the category is returns against a AFC South team.
So he did this against the Dolphins. He scored the 31st point against the Dolphins.
AFC East.
No, yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah. So the South is Tennessee, Jacksonville. Well, Tennessee, Jacksonville. What's in the South? Houston. Oh, so he did this against Houston.
Okay, Cuban, you're right there at the door.
Yeah. He scored his 31st point against Houston.
No.
The 31st return.
No.
He had 31 yards against Houston.
God dang, Cuban. There you go, my guy.
Yeah, what? Cuban.
He had 31 yards against Houston.
He had 31 return yards against the Houston Texans. There you go, Cuban.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm stupid, but I just get
they locked them down pretty good.
So we're not gonna play this game anymore because y'all said it.
No, I liked it though.
No, it's good. It's the thing.
Yeah, we needed a preseason.
You didn't explain it well in the beginning, bro.
We had to get a spring training in it.
Yeah, you didn't explain it well, so it just had a little catching up to do.
Okay.
Now we know how to play it. Now you know how to. Yeah, we liked it though. It's pretty good. Test your little brain nuggets.
All right then. So, what are you guys' final thoughts? So we're gonna get up here. We're a little bit over 2 hours, so we'll get out of here. Final thoughts. Studio One.
When the next show, I enjoyed it. I want to be at the next show.
Oh, Cuba, I don't know.
You don't have your schedule partner. He just pop up.
I try to do Thursday.
I was so happy to see it. I was like, oh, he's a partner. Don't be the first to join today.
I try to I try to do Thursdays, but I was busy yesterday. So
Okay,
so
Thursday.
so more than likely probably Thursday, and I do a fake live on Tuesday as South Coast, and I do a fake live.
Yeah, we catch it. I caught on to the game.
All right.
I
My
do
final thoughts though is I really wanna. I'm gonna be watching this spring. Really, in a sense, it's not gonna be Kool-Aid drinking this time, but I really want to see. I really want to see because I want to be 12. I think we got the potential. I think Miami is not a gradual get better team. I just think it's 1 year is there. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as we can maintain it, that's a whole nother topic. But I really gonna look at this spring and I just want to see if they're gonna really let it be a real open competition or if it's some bull jive in the game, man. I mean, everybody hoping he's a savior, but I've seen them embarrass us a lot. It's like they want to embarrass us. I can almost see Duke coming in here embarrassing us just because it's Manny.
okay, Q.
And it hurts to say that. But I sat there and watched us 1 year go 1-11 against in the spread. And it was a plus 2,000 team and a plus 3,000 team beat us. And you would have got paid if I had the guts to bet against my own team. But something told me if I see that same little funky looking spread that I be looking for, man, it's gonna be my first time. I'm gonna put some money on Duke because I feel the embarrassment coming. And I think he just
Nah,
set up in the. I hate to say it. I'm a
nah, cause
30-year fan, and I hope I'm dead wrong.
yeah, you're gonna be
And
dead
but
wrong.
I'm
Cause
be
that,
looking for it.
hold on,
Hold on,
studio. Uh,
Q.
yeah, no,
I
cause
watch
hold on,
Manny.
let me get 1 second in, 1 second, cause Shad pulled up the schedule and Duke has a tough schedule before they come to Miami, so I don't think they're gonna be able to pull that off.
Man, I
That's the
don't think
only
Georgia Tech
reason.
was gonna be able to do it. It was some teams that did. I ain't think Middle Tennessee would ever beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got like Florida State, Clemson, some crazy schedule before they come here.
And it'll be funny. They'll be and that's what I'm saying. They'll be
I see.
plus 28 something, and they won't let us bet the money. It'll be something funky. I'll look at that.
If
And,
we
and I'll be like, boy, they finna beat us, bro.
if we favored by 28 over Duke, we have done something right. But I appreciate it, studio. E Brown, what you got?
I think my thing is that I'm not worried about. I'm not gonna worry about what's gonna happen with Cam. My concentration is gonna be the defense. I want to know what we're gonna do from a defensive standpoint. How we're gonna play. How we're gonna put
Yep.
those nuggets into place to play how they play defense. If we play defense, then our offense will feed off of it, and then we'll have a pretty good football team. But from with our defensive backs, our linebackers, and our defensive line, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the defense. So that was going that'll be my concern.
Okay. Cuban?
Ellen kicked Coach Hayes out of Broward County, so we're gonna place Coach Hayes in Delray Beach or Pompano. We don't want him in Dade County, Broward County, so we're gonna place him somewhere in the West Palm Beach, Delray area, or Port St. Lucie. We don't need Coach Hayes in South Florida with that hatred. But now we just again. We got to get this defense right. I'm not too worried about the offense. The offense is going to score average about 28 points, maybe 30 points. We need a dominant defense. If we don't have a dominant defense, ain't nothing's gonna crack. So I'm just my biggest worry is the defense. I'm not too worried about the offense because the offense has looked the same with this coach for a good 8 years already now. So I know what to expect from this offense, but I don't know what to expect from the defense at all.
I'm surprised y'all saying that. after we sat there and seen our defense play lights out and put it on the line, and our fucking offense failed
Sad, I
us.
know I say you trying to get off the show, but you better end it because I could go at that studio right quick because
No, I know our defense ain't championship, just Alabama-ish, but come on.
no, but hold
Let's be
on.
honest. I feel more
Hold
confident.
on, studio.
Oh, boy.
I was told that this program was bad because we had many players and we didn't have any recruits, right? So we got a 5-star, 5-star, 4-star out of this defense. So now we're gonna replace them with all these Mario recruits. So if you're saying what you're saying, we better have a dominant defense next year because we had trash players last year. Now we need to have now we got dominant players because we got all that many trash out the way. Now we got
No,
all
I ain't
still
never
these
believed
Mario
that.
goons.
I ain't never believed that. That Manning theory of trash players, I never believed that.
Yeah.
I believe we had the players to win with Manning too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but studio. I mean, I don't. All right, I'm gonna do what I did to Shad and South Coast Kings. Give me the starting defense. Name me the starting defense right now.
I
Bingo.
feel good with our linebackers.
No, give me the names. Give me the names.
Kiko, I take
Okay.
Kiko and Wesley. I feel good with them starting. I feel good with Messador coming back. Harrison Hunt. I feel good with Moulton. You know what I'm saying? I feel good with him. I feel good with what's the other Bain? Okay, no Bain there. I feel good with Najee Clearly. If we just put him at the end and let him rush the end and stop trying to let him be a coverage guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about our. The only thing I'm shaky about is the safe, but we got. I forgot about the portal guy. Man, I feel good about the defense. I'm
But
concerned
you
about the
stop right there. You
offense.
stopped at DBs and safeties. You ain't
I'm
named
concerned
DBs and
about the
safeties.
offense.
You ain't say nothing about the DBs and safeties. Who's the starting DBs and who's the starting safeties?
Now it's because we had got that portal guy from Washington.
Hey, we got it. Like I said, we can.
Now our DBs, I do feel a little bit concerned for. I do feel a little concerned for them.
We can discuss that next week.
All right.
Coach Hayes, we don't got no 10 minutes. There ain't no 10 wins, Coach Hayes. Bring your behind over here and explain and please tell us the 10 games you see this season. I don't see this is the wrong pressures being applied of Mario. I think and I learned this from Coach Hates, right? I will one win every 1 year better, one win better than last year, right? We're expecting this program to go from 7 wins to 10 wins. Come on now, with we don't have a defined quarterback, defined defense, defined nothing. So how are we gonna go from 7 wins to 10 wins? I don't see it. Coach hates.
Hey, we good.
Broward County hates.
Like I said,
Pompano Beach hates.
I see it. Mario tanked, in my opinion. He tried to lose 1 or 2 of these games.
All right, so we got. Oh, hold on, studio. We got played Louisville, Florida State, Florida. Who's another tough game? And random X game. 4 games right already. That's gonna be some.
I'll write this down. I'm
gonna beat them with Emory, bro. We're gonna beat Florida State with a top-notch undefeated roster with Emory.
Look, I got it. Look. We can talk about this next week. I'll write it down. I'll make sure this is the topic. So we'll talk about it next week. But with that being said, man, like I said, my final thought. I like the show. Appreciate you guys jumping on. Check me and Truck and Chubby out tomorrow, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern time. We're gonna be doing some random, sports talk. So check that out. Subscribe to Truck and Chubby. If you haven't subscribed over here, subscribe over here. Like, share, subscribe, and join Coach Hayes' Discord if you have not. Get in the locker room. But with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys, Studio, E. Brown, Cuban Kane. So until we meet again, and hopefully,
tell Coach Pompano to jump on one of these days.
Well,
Coach Pompano, yeah, tell Coach Pompano.
He's a busy man, so we'll see. But he so still out. But like I said, man, I appreciate you guys jumping on, man. Good show. So, but like I said, next week we'll talk about the schedule. We'll talk about the defense again, right? So, but with that being said, man, everybody in the comment section, appreciate the comments. And if you're in the rewatch squad, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And again, appreciate you guys. And as always, it's all about the you. And I'm out.